Keduanya, penambahbaikan pengurusan slot di lapangan terbang oleh National Slot Coordination Malaysia. Ini perkara yang penting kerana slot ini perlu ada koordinasi yang lebih baik supaya dalam lapangan terbang kita ini dapat lebih efisien. Okay. Dan sering kali dilaporkan dalam media, umpamanya ada syarikat penerbangan yang keluar daripada Subang. Ada pula laporan media seolah-olah kata Subang ini tidak mendapat sokongan, tak ada minat. Tetapi sebenarnya ada syarikat penerbangan keluar, ada syarikat penerbangan yang masuk. Cuma National Slot Coordination Committee ni dia tak buat keputusan dengan cepat. Sebab ada permintaan. Tadi saya terima aduan daripada satu syarikat penerbangan. Orang lain keluar, dia nak ambil alih semua slot tu. Sudah tentu dia perlu dipertimbangkan lah. Sama ada boleh nak bagi kepada satu syarikat penerbangan sahaja. Itu pun kita perlu pertimbangkan. Tapi the point is that it's not that no airlines are interested in Subang. Sebab saya tengok kadang-kadang ada laporan media, kadang-kadang ada yang menyatakan bahawa Subang ini seolah-olah tak boleh take off. Jet operasi tak boleh take off di Subang. Tak betul. Ada syarikat penerbangan atas pertimbangan mereka. Umpamanya Asia dia punya operasi semuanya dekat Terminal 2. It doesn't make sense for them to put 1 or 2 aircraft dekat Subang. Jadi dia nak keluar daripada Subang, hanya fokus di Terminal 2. Pada awalnya dia tak nak lose out lah. When we open up for slots in Subang, of course airlines will have this herd mentality. They do not want to lose out. They take first. They apply first. Tapi after a while, they think that does not make sense for them. That's why they pull up. But that does not mean Subang is not interesting. Many other airlines are looking for the slots, to take up the slots in Subang. So this is something which, of course, we have to improve.
Mr. Minister, you mentioned about Subang earlier, right? And how there's one airline that just spoke to you today about taking the slots. I'm sure that would be like the Firefly slots, like because they have moved to Airlines 2. Are there also foreign carriers that have expressed interest to fly to Subang because it's a point-to-point model?
Of course. But we are very careful in terms of also considering who to give in terms of the slot. I want to reiterate that the slots are not decided by the minister. Okay, I don't get involved in who to give. So I do not want to be biased on whichever airlines on slot. There is a committee guided by CAM and also by MAHB to decide which airline to get the slots. Okay. So of course we have to prioritize our local airlines first. There are of course interest from many airlines, but we have to also be very mindful when we grant all these slots to foreign airlines, because we do not want to be a feeder for other international hub. Okay? So what is important is that we have to also protect the interests of KLIA as a regional hub. Okay? If we just grant easily to other airlines, foreign airlines, then we are actually feeding to other airports. So that's why this is supposed to be a regional capital airport. As I said, the idea of Subang is to become a premium city airport. And of course, our local airlines are interested too.
But the only local airline that is interested there is Batik.
Yeah, they are still local, right? They are still.
So that means only Batik would be operating from Subang moving forward, the only Malaysian airline.
No, you see, number one right now, the Subang has not been expanded yet. So a lot of airlines, they want the what they call it, the scale. Okay? We can't give the scale right now. So firstly, the operations are limited because of the limitations of the infrastructure in Subang. We have discussed this. It is just interim right now in terms of the slots. But moving forward, that is something that MHB has to decide in terms of the development of Subang. The original plan of the SARP is to increase the terminal, to build a new terminal, so that it can manage up to 8 million passengers per annum, MPPA. So that if you can up to 8 million, then more slots can be given. But right now the infrastructure cannot cope. Okay? We do not have the bay to cope for many aircraft. And also in terms of the operational hours, we also limit to one jet operations per hour, because in terms of check-in and also immigration, the current infrastructure cannot cope with too many flights. So that's why some airlines might find it difficult to operate in such an environment. But because they already have an operations there, right? So it's not, does not mean that no other airlines. If we can give the slots and give the infrastructure, I'm sure Malaysia Airlines will also look at that.
So the phase 1 of the SART has been done, right?
Yes.
So now we're waiting for phase 2.
Yes.
So when is typically phase 2 will start?
Phase 2, we are waiting for MHB to make a decision. Because of the privatization, the new board has to decide on the way forward.